السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
So today we'll finish the chapter material management, and then I will give you some slides for the production planning. Okay, it's a new chapter. Can we share my screen and hope that we are here? I don't know if we are here or not. Okay. Anyway, the most important object in the material management, it is the purchase order. طلب الشراء. This purchase order is a formal document that you should send to the vendor with the material that you want to buy, the quantities, the conditions, this means the price, and so on. And this material, this purchase order, you can create it manually. This means there is an employee who can write it manually. And how to do this? He can refer to another purchase order. This means, okay, we have similar purchase order that, okay, last month we buy from the same vendor, maybe the same quantity and so on, the same products. We can refer to this purchase order. We can refer to purchase requisition. This means that any department of our company create a purchase requisition, which is internal documents, in order they ask to buy something. So in this case, you will take only the ID of this purchase requisition, and automatically the system will fill your purchase order with the product, the quantity that you want. And you can also create a purchase order using reference to RFQ. RFQ means request for quotation. In case that you create a request for quotation and the quotation, you receive the quotation that you accept, okay, you can put only the ID of the quotation, and automatically the system will copy the material, the vendor, and the price that you find in the quotations. Of course, the last one, you can create directly the purchase order without referring to anything. Okay, just put new request, new purchase order, and then you begin. You create it from scratch. The purchase order can be also created automatically. Okay, how? If you have an agreement with the company, this means that you want that every day, every month, you get a certain quantity of, for example, computers. Okay, automatically the system will create a purchase order automatically. Okay, so every month there is a purchase order will be created for example, for 100 computers. The purchase order first it's look like this. Okay, you have the header and you have item, and each item can have many informations. Item is the product that you want to buy. Okay, here you can have all the information about the price. Okay, and why we create purchase orders? There is different like a type or procurement type. Why we want to do the purchase order? The why is the procurement type. Okay, so sometimes we want to create a standard purchase order, right, for stock and consumptions. This means in our company we have a stock, and the stock, for example, for material or for raw material and so on, it reached the minimum level. Okay, so in this case we have to create a purchase order. They call it for stock or consumptions. Sometimes we want also to buy a service, which is different. Okay, I want to improve my network and so on. I can purchase a service. There is consultant to come to my company and to do the service. I can do a subcontracting. Okay, so I can have an agreement with the company, and automatically the system will create a purchase order. I can create purchase order with third party also. It's not for me, but for another company. Okay, I am just doing a third party. I can create also purchase order for consignments. There is you have consignments, and you want to create this you want to purchase these consignments. So you have different type of procurements. Okay, not only these, there is many. Just if you go to the system, you'll find many, and it is configurable. You can add what you want in the system. And as the purchase order structure is like this. You have the header, where you have all the information of the vendor, the date, the document number, the currency, the total price, and you have items. Items, what does it mean? You can have many, you can buy within the same purchase order many items. I want to buy computers, and I want to buy printer. Okay, I put them in the items, in table of items. They call this item overview. You can see the quantity and delivery dates and so on. And each item, you can have the details, item line, where you can see, okay, the price, when you can see the delivery scheduling and the tolerance and everything. By the way, in SAP, most of the, maybe 99% of the orders are with the same structure. If you take sales order, I think we already create a sales order in the lab. You will see that it is a header, item overview, and line item. Purchase order, same thing. Appointment is the same thing. Contract order is the same thing, and so on. Okay. Now, SAP is using the same standard structure to create orders. Any question for all the things that I explained? Okay. So what are the output of the purchase order? Of course, purchase order is an electronic document that you have to save in your database. But also you can have an output. You can print it and you send it, of course, to the vendor. You can email it. You can use a format, they call it EDI. It is a banking format. This format, it is used for electronic document, and they call it electronic document interface. You can fax it, and you can use also XML. XML is something that it's very used, especially in B2B solutions, when there is a business-to-business solution. There are a variety of forms that aid in the purchase process. For example, you can have some reminders. Okay, imagine that. Okay, you want that every month you have to buy something. You can schedule a reminder every month. The system will remind you that you have to buy. Okay, you can have a schedule agreement also. What is a schedule agreement? This means you have some contract with a company. And for example, you have a contract with a company in China, and this is an agreement of delivery. So you said every month you have to deliver for me 100 computers. Okay, automatically the system so automatically the system will create a purchase order for you. So there is many automatic things that the system will help you and will help the employee in order to do the purchasing. So now the next step in the purchase process is the good received. استلام البضاعة. So when you, of course, we were here. What? Okay, give me 1 second. Why is we are in purchase order, and after that we send a notification to the vendor. Okay, this means okay, please take care about this my purchase order, and when the vendor receive it, it will work on it, and then when he finish, he will do a shipment, and then you will receive the goods. So this is where we are. Good receive. استلام البضاعة. So the good receive, the initial of good receive is GR. Okay, a good movement in which we accept the goods in your system. This means here, this means you accept the good in your systems from the vendor. If a material are delivered against a purchase order, you will refer to it. Okay, when you receive the goods, okay, in your company, you have to know which purchase order it match to it. Okay, because why? Maybe your company receive many goods. Okay, and you maybe for the same vendor, you have many purchase order. Always we have to refer which purchase order. Determine if we got what we orders. There is an employee we have to check if based on the purchase order, you have to check if it is the good quantity or if also it is the good material. System can determine the data from the purchase order, material and quantity. Of course, since it is electronic, you put the purchase order ID in the system, and automatically you will see what the material that you orders and what the quantities, and then you can check if what you receive correspond of what you orders. Purchase order history is updated. Of course, when you receive the order, you will update your order history. Okay, this means okay, now I receive the goods. Of course, also you can have sometimes different mini deliveries, mini good received for the same order. Okay, because you receive it on many parts. So every time that you receive goods, you update the order. Update physical inventory. Why? Because you receive an order, receive the goods. In this case, you update your stock, and also you will update the inventory general ledger account, يعني الكتب المالية. Okay. Everything that enter in your company, in the stock of your company, you will update the accountings with the value of these goods. If the value is 10,000 real, you will update by 10,000 real. Any question? So what is material movement? When a good movement takes place, it's represented by a movement type. So every time that you move a goods, you have to put something, we call it movement type, like a codification, like it is an ID that you have to put in order to explain how you move the goods. كيف أنا يعني بدلت المكان تاع البضاعة. Okay, and you have the movement type is 3 digits. Okay, if you put 101, this means the goods received into the warehouse. يعني أنا استلمت بضاعة وحطيتها في الwarehouse. Okay, if you put 103, good received into good received blocked stock. What is mean? This means I put the material, the goods in the block stock. Why? Because maybe I find out there is some problems with the goods that I receive. So I will block them until I will take some decisions. Or maybe now is not, I block them. Maybe I will return them and so on. Okay. If you put 122, return delivery to the vendor. Imagine that I put the material in the block stock and I take the decision that, okay, what you send me is not corresponding to what I ordered, I will return it to you. Okay. Sometimes when you put material in block stock, you negotiate with the vendor. Maybe they will reduce the price and then they will accept it. But here in 122, if you put the code 122, this means you will return the goods to the vendor. If you put 231, consumption for the sales order, this means the material that I receive, it will be used by a sales order. What does it mean? It means that the sales order will use this material. I buy something to sell it. Many companies are doing this. They buy computer from China and they sell it automatically. They will not enter to the production, nothing to do. Okay, just they buy something with low price. Okay, because they buy with big quantities, and they know where they buy, and then after that they will sell it. Okay. If you put the code 561, this means it's initial entry to the stock. So now I will enter my goods inside the stock. The goods, when you receive it in the company, there is 3 places. Okay, you receive it in the warehouse. If you have, of course, you should have a warehouse. Sometimes you have a quality. Maybe you have a quality section, and sometimes you have a type of stock. You call it good receive block stock. Okay. So if you have in the warehouse, also you can have 3 things. Okay, 3 sections. First you can have the quality. Okay, so every time that you enter goods, you receive a goods, you put it in the quality, and there is some employee who will check the quality of the goods. So based on this, they will take a decision to move it. Okay, they can move it to an unrestricted section or restricted stock. This means, okay, the goods can be used. Okay, يعني, there is no problem with these goods, or they can move it to the blocked stock. Okay? This means that we detect some problem with the goods and then we block it. As I said, if you have a quality section in your company, you can move the goods in the quality sections. And also, as I said, you can have block stock in your company, directly a section in your company. Then when you can move all the goods that have problem. Any question? Okay.
No, it's clear.
So what is the effect of the goods received? عندما أستلم بضاعة, I have to create a good received. Okay. But this will do many things inside your system. Okay. لأن كل شيء is electronic, and everything is saved in your database and so on. So you have to create something, they call it material document. Okay. Material document is what? is an electronic document that allow you to update the stock, okay, by the quantity, not by the value. يعني لو for this material computer HP 2021, for example, you get 100 material documents, just put 100 for the quantity in order to update the stock. It will also create accounting documents. An accounting document is created in order to update the accounting. I will explain how to update accounting, because there is many things in the accounting that you have to update when you receive the goods. Stock is updated, the quantity is updated based on what? Based on the material document that you create. Okay, يعني هذا الdocument here will update the quantity on the stock. The stock value are updated. The value is not the quantity. The value is the amount. Okay, يعني مثلا لو دخل in my stock 100 computers and the computer is 1000, this means I will have a value of 100,000 مثلا ريال. This is the value that, and it will be updated. The purchase order is updated. Why? Because you have to put in the purchase order that you receive the goods. يعني حتى any employee can enter the purchase order, he knows that you receive the goods, and this means it's done. Okay, it's complete, your purchase order. Output can be generated. You can generate some outputs like good receive slips, like you can print the good receive, and also you can print a pallet label. If you put the goods in the pallet, you can print it. Okay. Okay. After you receive the goods, for sure you have to receive the invoice. Sometimes you will receive it at the same time. يعني تستلم بضاعة ويعطوا لك فاتورة في نفس الوقت. Incoming invoice are referenced against the purchase order to verify the content, price, and so on. Okay. Of course, when you receive the invoice, you have to check it against the purchase order. And they said if there is discrepancy arise between the purchase order, good receive, and the invoice, the system will generate a warning error or an error. Okay. يعني if there is اختلاف بين the purchase order والgood receive والinvoice, okay, the system automatically will generate a warning. Like, oh, you know, in the purchase order, you order 100 computer, and in the invoice they put 120. So there is a problem. Okay, or also in the good receive there is a difference. Okay, of what you receive. It could be many things. First of all, the purchase order give you the target quantity and the target price, and not only this, it give you the materials. Okay, لأن يمكن material أنت you order HP 2021 and you receive HP 2020, which is completely different. Okay, and then the good receive also you received the material and the actual quantity what you receive. So the system will also verify the actual quantity and check it against the target quantity. And the invoice also the same thing. You have the material ID, what material that you receive, and what the price. Do this price is the same than the target price. Okay, because the purchase order is like an agreement that you have with the vendor. If there is any difference, the system will generate a warning on error. So they say depending on the system configuration, the system can block the invoice. Okay, they can block it completely. They said, okay, I will not submit it. Okay, until we clarify the problem. Any question? Okay. So how we do with the invoice processing? When the invoice is saved, Okay, of course, when you receive invoice, maybe you receive it by paper or electronically, and you should save it. You should create electronic documents. It's applied the liability from the goods received. What is mean? عندما when you receive invoice تقول بلي أنا عندي دين مع الجود ريسيف. معناتها I have to pay the vendor because why I receive a goods. Okay, this with what I will. Every time that you save the invoice, it creates inside the accounting's liability. Upon verification done, okay, verification of what? Of the invoice, the purchase order is updated. This means that you put in the status of purchase order that you received invoice. Material master is updated. Why? Because sometimes we want to create an average price. Okay, so every time that you receive invoice and the price of the material, and then maybe you need to have an average price of the computer, and accounting documents is created. Accounting documents created to update the accountings. Okay. Once an invoice has been posted, يعني you verify it, you save it, and you said post معناتها you ask the system to execute it. Okay. The verification process is complete and the payment process is initiated within financial accounting. So the payment process, you ask the system to begin the payment process. Okay, يعني you have to pay this invoice. Any question? Okay. So payment to the vendor. So just so we summarize, we create an order, purchase order, we receive the goods, we receive the invoice, and now we are in the stage of payment to the vendor. The payment can be done automatically or manually. Okay. So what is mean? Okay, you can have an invoice and an employee can create a payment. I will pay by my credit card of the company and so on. It is manual. I will do a transfer. The employee will do the transfer or manual, or it can be done automatically. What is mean? You will use payment program for doing this. Okay, this means maybe the payment will be done at the end of every week. Okay, so so the system will collect all the invoices, and then at the end of the week there is a program will pay automatically. يلقى الفندر يدخل في الفندر, he find his for example bank information and he take the amount from the invoice and it will pay the vendor automatically. The element of the payment transaction. Okay, so what are the elements that influence the payment? The payment methods. Okay, there is many payment methods. You can pay by check, which is not used a lot. You can pay by transfer, bank transfer. You can pay by credit card, by PayPal or whatever. Okay, bank from which you will got paid. Okay, you can select what bank that you will use. Maybe you have many banks. Okay, and also the items to be paid. Imagine that you have many invoices. What invoice I have to pay? You can select them. You can select, I will pay this invoice. The others I will pay them next time. Okay. Calculate the payment amount. Okay. Since you have to calculate the payment amount of the invoices, what you have to transfer money and so on, and you can print the payment. Okay. You can print it manually, okay, on paper or on electronic format. Process will create financial accounting document to record the transactions. The payments will automatically create an electronic document, and this electronic document, it is used to update the accountings. So I will explain how what we do in the accountings. Okay. So if you create a purchase requisition or purchase order, there is no impact in financial accountings. The two documents that you create, they will not change anything في المحاسبة. Okay, nothing. You begin to influence the accountings when you create the good receive and then تسلم بضاعة. In this case, okay, you have to update accountings. Okay, how to do this? Okay, you have to update the inventory, and you have to update two account, inventory and good receive, invoice receive, ER or GR, good receive, invoice receive. Maybe I will write it here. For me, it's obvious, but and in the accountings, there is two parts in the accountings. Okay, D and C, debit and credit. Okay, debit and credit. Okay, so when you receive the goods, you put it in the debit. Okay, this means I receive the goods, and this is of 1,000. This is the value, not the quantity. The value of $100, and you create a liability. Good receive, invoice receive. يعني أنا ننتظر an invoice of $100. Okay, and then I put it in the credit as a liability. كأنه دين. Okay, and after that, when you receive the invoice, what happened? Okay, when you receive the invoice, okay, just so you summarize this. Okay, أنا حطيت في البداية when you receive the goods liability of 100. When you receive the invoice, I will put it in debit. Okay, I have to pay this $100, and I put also liability of the vendor. I will update the vendor account with 100. This means I have to pay this vendor 100. أنا عندي دين مع الفندر of 100. Okay. And then after that, when you pay, when you do the payment, okay, so what happened? I will clear the vendor. يعني حتى في الديبت يعني 100. This means I will clear this one. Liability the credit of 100, I will clear it because I pay the vendor 100. Okay, and then I will reduce the bank. My bank account will be reduced by 100. This means I put it in the credits. And this is what happened in the accountings. Okay, so this is summarizing everything. So inventory will be updated by the value of 100. This means عندي زيادة على the value of my inventory of 100 من أن يمكن دخل one computer. الكمبيوتر هذا is 100 يعني عندي إضافة. And good receive, invoice receive, it is clear. في البداية I put I credit of 100. ومن بعد if I receive the invoice I put 100 here. After that, what happened? When the vendor will be credited by 100 and the liability, when I pay it, I will put it in the debit, and in the same time when I pay, I will reduce my bank account by 100. So this is how to summarize everything in the accountings regarding the purchase order process. Okay, this is the last slide of material management. Do you have any question? For the orders, I will not explain them. This is only something related to S4HANA, what is new and so on, S4HANA. Okay, it's not really important for you. Now, now I'll do the attendance. Okay. 6, I put it as I begin. كان غياب كثير. ليش؟ كان ميد تيرمز ولا ايش؟
ايه ميد تيرمز يا دكتور ومشاريع.
I attend everyone. Okay, excellent. Be careful about the absence. ما نعرف يعني هل الإدارة تتسامح مع الابسنس أو لا، ولكن be careful. أنا عندي إلا نعطي الابسنس للإدارة وهم يعني they will take the decision. أنا ما نحرم أي واحد، يعني إدارة هي تحرم تعمل ديان. So be careful about this. Okay, what is this production planning? Okay, check. Okay, I will close this one. Wow. I will send you this maybe today, this chapter, the new chapter. Okay, this chapter before it was 2 chapters. Okay, يعني من قبل كان عملوا 2 chapters. كان production planning and manufacturing execution. And now they merged it in 1 chapter. I will try to even عندما خديت الشابتر كان فيها يمكن 71 سلايد. I reduce it. الآن كم في سلايد؟ 40. I try to reduce it because there's too much information and for nothing. What you will see in this chapter, the production planning, manufacturing, execution, and the production process industry. Okay, which means that that we use this production planning and so on in different type of industries. Like pharmaceutical industry, electronic industry, beverage, foods, and so on. And you will see what is the production planning organization structure, what the material, the processes, this material planning, production planning, and manufacturing execution. So for each module SAP, you have to define what the organization structure that you use. Okay. For the production planning, you need to a client like the company. Okay, you need the company code like the branch of the company. You need to define your plant, كأنه المصنع تاعك. Okay, the storage location where you store the materials. Okay, and you need to define, this is the new things that you didn't see before, the work center locations. The work center locations is an organization unit that define where and when operation is performed. يعني في أي مكان متى نعمل production تاعي operation تاع العمل. And this work center يمكن عندك مكان في المصنع هنا تعمل painting وتعرف مع أو في the car whatever. You can have many, of course. One for the assembly of electronic things, one for the frame, one for the painting. And these can have availability capacity. Okay, يعني كم مثلا what the capacity, how many car I can do assembly on these sections. يمكن يعني نعمل one by hour. Okay, this is the capacity. Activities performed are evaluated by charge rate, which are determined by the cost center and activity types. So there is a cost on the that you will align or you will put on the work centers. يعني عندما نعمل شيء في any company مثلا I want to do assembly of a car. What do we think? What is the cost that I can put for this in order to do assembly? وش من الكوست نستطيع نحطها؟ كم يكلف يعني التكلفة؟ What type of cost that I can put? This is a question for you. If I want to do assembly of the car, what type of cost? يعني ما عنديش تكلفة عندما نعمل صنع سيارة، ما فيش تكلفة.
No, we pay for the material and the equipment.
First thing, yes, there is a material. يعني كل الأشياء الإلكترونيك that you put on the car or the engine and so on. This is a cost. Yes, you are right. This is a cost. The equipment, maybe I am using some robots in order to put the things and so on. This is a cost. What else? Other things.
الأيدي العاملة.
العاملة نعم. العاملة يعني cost قوي جدا. اليد العاملة. This is the labor. Okay, is important cost that you have to put. Okay, otherwise. Okay. الآن اليد العاملة تبدأ الكوست تاعها ينقص. ليش؟ لأن الروبوت يجي في مكان اليد العاملة، ولكن الروبوت أيضا حتى الروبوت عنده كوست ولكن أقل من الأمبلوي. Okay? And also the energy that you are using, the machines that you are using. So all these are the costs that you can put on the work center. يعني الورك سنتر هذا عنده cost. They call it عنده cost. And in the work center it can be machine. بعض الأحيان إلا machines that doing this can be people or production line. I remember when I was working in Canada Bombardier Aerospace, كنت أنا consultant team leader in order to calculate the cost of building plan. صنع الطائرات، ليس طائرات كان شركة كبيرة بومباردير تعمل طائرات كثيرة. عندما تدخل المصنع you will find robots. قليل من الامبلويز ولكن كثير من الروبوتس. فالروبوتس هادو يمشوا فوق راسك هكذا. وحتى الامبلوي عندهم لاين في اي مكان يمشي، حتى يعني ما يكونش ازدحام مع الروبوتس. يعني يقول لك انت تمشي في هذا اللاين هذا وتدور هكذا وتدور هكذا. والروبوتس هم يعملوا اشياء في السماء، ياخذوا سبارت يحطوا كذا so on and so on. Okay, and every operation that you put it have a cost. كل حاجة تعملها على الطائرة عندها cost. Okay, the global bike structure. You have the company, Global Bike, and you have two company codes. Okay, Global Bike Inc., which is in USA, Global Bike Germany. Okay, and in the Global Bike Inc., you have, for example, this plant, Dallas plant. And this Dallas plants can have mini storage location for the raw material, semi-finished, finished, and so on. And you can have different work centers, one for assembly, one for packing, and one for inspections, okay, and so on. So this is how you organize your production. This is what you call organization structure. So the different type of material, master data, sorry, not material, that you will use in production planning. First, you will use the material, okay. You will use the bill of material. I will explain later what is bill of material, and the routings. They said the BOM and the routing are like a cookie recipe, okay. The BOM is ingredient and the routing is the step in the recipe, okay. The BOM يقول لك يعني ماذا يحتوي your product، والراوتنج يقول لك كيف تعمل البرودكت تاعك، اوكي. البوم يقول لك ماذا يحتوي البرودكت، والراوتنج يقول لك كيف تعمل البرودكت، how to do it, okay. The other things is the work centers, and the other master data is the product groups, okay. Now we'll see what is first what is material master data, okay. And we already seen this in the sales and distribution and material management, and we use it also in the production planning. And in each module there is views which are more important than the others. In the production planning, the most important are basic data, of course, MRP, material requirement planning, the stock, the accounting, storage, workhouse management. This one is not important, okay. Purchasing, the sales is not important, okay. Purchasing for material management, sales for sales and distribution. Work scheduling is very important. Quality management is very important, okay. What different types that you will use? You have the raw material, المادة الخامة, operating supplies that you will use, okay, some tools that you will use. Semi-finished product. What is semi-finished and finished? By the way, finished product, that's the product that you want to sell, okay. The finished product is the product that you want to sell. Semi-finished product is not means half of the product, okay, or product that you didn't finish really, okay. Is the product that you will not sell, you will use, okay. This means that the finished product will include the semi-finished product. يعني يحتوي على some finished products, okay. Imagine that I want to, my finished product is a computer, okay. The semi-finished product, it could be the screen, الشاشة, is my semi-finished product. Because why? Because I will not sell my screens. I will sell only computers, okay. This is why I put it as semi-finished. Is it clear, the difference? Okay. This is the BOM of material, bill of material. We call it BOM, okay. The BOM contains the assembly or components to be included in the production of materials. And how we'll produce the finished product, okay. So I put first I put the parent in the parent, this finished product, and I put here an hierarchy. What are the components that I will use? Okay, come and here, okay. For example, here the finished product B will use raw material ID 4. اوكي، هذا الرو ماتيريال هذا الاي دي تاعه هو 4، ولكن I need 10 of this. Okay, and I need an assembly, I call it X. Okay, why assembly? Because this one will contains and the quantity is 2. I need 2 of this assembly X. This one, it contains the raw material 6 with the quantity 2, and raw material ID 7 with quantity 4. And also we need raw material 5 with quantity 1. Okay. Is it clear? What is mean bill of material?
Yes.
Okay. I'll give you a small example. If I want to build the finished product B, I want to build 10. How many raw material 7 I need? Raw material 7 I need.
70.
70? Is there other question? Other answer, sorry? If I want to build 10 of this. Why 70?
Oh, you mean the raw material number 7, right?
Yes. هذا 7 is not the quantity. Okay. هذا
okay.
الاي دي تاعو. Okay. I will
40 doctor.
Okay. Just I will put the question here. Okay. In order to be sure that you understand my question. Okay. Okay. I want not IU. Input output. No, I want to build 2. Okay. Finished product or part. B. Question: how many raw material ID 7 I need? Okay. Is it clear the question? By the way, okay. يمكن يطيح لك سؤال بسيط هكذا في الفاينل ولا في كويز ولا ايش. This is why I ask you to think about. Okay. كم raw material no, I want to build 10, not 2. 10. Okay. Raw material 7. كم؟
40 doctor.
You said 40?
Yes.
كلكم متفقين معاه؟ 40. تعمل 10 multiply by 4. This is what you did?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Is it correct? Yes or no? No one? I think that is not correct. You missed something. Okay, what you miss the intermediate things, assembly. Okay, so what you need, first of all, you need 10 multiplied by 2. Okay, assembly X. صح؟
Yes. Yes.
So this means you need 20. Okay.
Assembly X.
في الاسمبلي اكس هذا واحد اسمبلي اكس يحتاج 4 من raw material 7. So then after this you multiply it by 4. Okay. فكم يسوى الآن؟ 80
80 يس.
لأن واحد من أسمبلي إكس يحتاج 4 من هذا. فأنا نحتاج 10 من أسمبلي إكس. 10 لا ليس 10. فواحد 10 multiply by 2 لأن 1 of this يحتاج 2 of assembly X. Okay, so you put here 10 and you multiply it by the quantity here. Okay, you'll find the assembly يعني الآن يصبح, and then you multiply it by the quantity of the raw material. Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
For everyone. Okay, so try to memorize this. Okay. What they said also, they said RMAP is used in production procurement for product costing. Okay, we can use this in order to find the costing. Okay, the cost of material. Okay, أولا try to memorize this because if I ask you a question like this, you can answer. Now try to find, yes. No, not 80. Material 6. If I want to find material 6, okay, just I will take this one. For material 6, it's the same logic. However, هنا quantity is 2. شفت هنا أنا ضربت على 4 لأن 1 assembly needs 4 ولكن هنا 1 assembly need what? We need with 2. It's 40. Is it clear? Okay. Okay. Now let's find the cost. Imagine that you have this cost. I will reduce a little bit. This one. Maybe this one. I will reduce it. Okay. I want to know the cost of my finished product B. Okay, and I have this cost. The raw material. Okay, the raw material for the cost now is 100. Raw material 5, its cost is 200. Raw material 6, its cost is 100. Raw material 7, its cost is $50. How many? How much the cost of the finished product be? اوكي كيف نحسبها؟
We first multiply the material 7 by 4.
Material 7 by 4.
Yes, because we need 4 of material 7.
أنا لو كنت في مكانك نبدأ من الفوق للتحت مش من التحت للفوق.
But both ways works, right, doctor?
Yes, but this one is أسهل. يعني عندما تطلع من فوق أسهل لأن في الأسمبلي تعرف كم. أوكي. لأن أنا شوف نعم. I want to have this cost. This cost يحتوي على هذا cost هذا cost وهذا cost. هذا cost يحتوي على هذا. You understand كيف؟
Yes.
لأن كل مرة it is هذا اللوجيك هذه تعملها حتى في programming. أوكي. ما ندخلش في الديتيلز حتى نعرف الشيء العام. أوكي. ندخل في البروجرامينج نفس الشيء. مثلا in order to do let's say in order to do the game, color game and so on, I need a program that do display the rule. I need a program that play with the user. I need a program that display the result. Then I go to the program that play with the user. For this, I need a program that do this and need a program. You understand? We always begin from العام ومن بعد ندخلوا في الديتيلز. اوكي؟ هذا يسهل لك الامور بطريقه يعني ما تتصور. اوكي؟ So if we want to begin from this one, the cost of this, it is what?
It is the summation of the three below it, the raw material 5 and
so
the
this means the cost of raw. I put it like this: raw material 5. Okay, and the cost of raw material. How many we have here? 10. صح?
No, we have one of material 5, doctor.
No, we have 5. 5. انت بديت من هنا. اوكي. خلاص انت بديت بالعربي وانا بديت بال اوكي. raw material 5 is 1. اوكي. يعني نحط ال quantity here 1. اوكي. And the quantity here نعرف is what? Is 5 is 100. اوكي. صح؟ 5 is 100. 200.
5 200 دكتور.
200. Okay. Plus. Plus what?
Plus material 4.
يعني 2. I put the quantity. Okay. حطيت 4. اوكي. رحت يعني 10.
10 multiply by 100.
Quantity 4. Okay. I put here quantity. Material 4 is 100, صح?
Yes.
And plus
the assembly X, which is the summation of the two below.
You have to just put not ما تدخلش في details. Okay. Just put the quantity multiply by the cost. Cost of assembly X. ما تعرفها we will do it later. Okay. الآن هذه كم يسوى بدون 1 for the cost is 200 صح؟
Yes.
Plus الكوست هذا is قلنا 10 multiplied by 100 is
1000.
No, for 1000. Yes, 1000. And the last things plus this one that I don't know. Okay, I take it as it is. Okay, I don't know. Okay, now I know this is what it is. 1020. Okay, plus. Okay, this one. Now I will go to the cost of assembly X. One cost. Equal what? واحدة. بعد I will multiply this. Okay. Is what? Multiplied by the cost of assembly of the material. Which material? Material 7. And material 7 is what? 50. Okay, 50. Okay. And material 6. Material 6 and material 6 is what? Is 100. Okay, 100. يعني هذا كم يكلف؟ يعني this one
550 دكتور.
is okay. 200 plus
550.
250. 4 multiply by 50 يعني هو 200 صح؟
200 yes دكتور.
100
اوكي.
plus
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 200.
200 ليش plus 200 ليس 600 يعني هذا يعني يسوى and 400. okay, is it correct?
Yes.
okay. In this case الآن ندخل هنا. I will replace this and take this one ونأخذ إلى هذا. It was 200 multiplied by this and this it is what? I know that it is 400 and in this case it is what? Is 800 is 2000 صح? Is it correct?
Yes, because we multiplied the 400 with
Yes.
2 plus 1200.
Yeah, this is how the calculator goes. Okay.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yes.
For the previous questions, if I want to calculate how many raw material for assembly X,
Yes.
it will include raw material 6 and raw material 7 or not?
No, for assembly, if I ask you assembly X, you just put the assembly X. مثلا for here, if I said, okay, just I will take this one. Okay, and then I'll replace it. Okay, for assembly X, assembly X, assembly X. So I need what? I need 10 multiplied by 2 assembly X. That's it. معناتها I need 20. نحتاج لأن نحتاج أنا I want to build 10 finished product B. one finished product B يحتاج 2 assembly X. معناتها نحتاج 20 صح ولا أنا غلط؟
صحيح but يعني assembly X it contain raw material 7 also.
لا ولكن السؤال هو كم assembly X؟
اوكي.
لو انا اسالك على assembly X ليش تعطي لي اشياء متعلقه بالرو ماتيريال كذا؟ نطلب منك assembly X تعطي لي assembly X. اوكي اوكي هذا موجود. اوكي assembly X. ولكن عندما نطلب منك raw material 6 اوكي هنا تحاول تلقى raw material 6 ولكن you take into consideration that the finished product B يحتوي على 2 of assembly X. يعني you multiply the quantity that you want to do this, multiply by 2, multiply it by the 2. Okay? You understand?
Yes, doctor. Thank you.
So, I think take a picture of this because I can ask you a question in the quiz or final how to play with the bomb. When you take picture, you can leave. I can reduce here in order to know what is. Okay. Even this I will reduce it to maximum. Okay. Yes, I will reduce also. Okay, it is better. And if you take picture, you can leave. I'm done. Okay.
Thank you,
خلاص؟
Dr. Jamal.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.